What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, for the first time in a while, we will not be doing an off-season rebuild. Instead, today we have ourselves a scenario rebuild, talking about the whole Jimmy Butler rumors going on right now. Pat Riley has shot it down, but obviously people have said there's potentially a tipping point between Miami and Jimmy Butler as far as a new contract is concerned, which has opened up the idea of the 76ers potentially trading for Jimmy Butler, reuniting him with Joel Embiid. So we're going to do a two-part series to this idea. Today we're going to be doing the Miami Heat side of things, where we trade Jimmy Butler to Philadelphia, and I think tomorrow we'll do the Jimmy Butler, or the 76ers side of things, with Jimmy Butler and Joel Embiid. Without further ado, let's go ahead and do the Miami Heat side of things. Trading Jimmy Butler, Miami Heat rebuild today. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Now, I will say up top, this trade isn't perfect. Philadelphia, it's kind of weird what it could maximum be. You could get a third team involved potentially, but of course Philadelphia has like 3 tradable draft picks and they have a couple other guys. But here's the trade that I'm going to build right in front of you. So here's the idea that I have. Now, we are in free agency for this trade just because we do need a sign and trade part of this trade. So yeah, it's not gonna be perfect, and I know some people are gonna hate this idea, which I will totally understand, but we're gonna make this happen anyway. And if you guys remember, Jimmy Butler, how he got to Philadelphia was in a sign and trade, or sorry, how he got to Miami was in a sign and trade with like Richardson going back to Philadelphia way back then. But of course, Jimmy Butler is the first part of this trade. Now, what does Philadelphia offer? Because you might be wondering, guys, like, or you might be wondering, Crush, like, hey, they barely have any, they don't have any young players to offer, barely anything. So you might already be seeing it. Tobias Harris sign and trade. And I know Tobias Harris, the last memory you have of him is terrible, but he's not going to be making $39 million this time. Instead, he will be only making like $15 million, which I think is still a pretty good contract for him. I know people don't like him based off the last performance we've seen out of him, but I think Tobias Harris could be a solid piece for Miami to get in return. So Tobias Harris is part of this trade. The 18 or the 16th overall pick that Philadelphia just took. So he's gonna be part of this trade as well, and then Paul Reed's gonna be part of this trade. So, and then you're going to include every single pick you could. Now, the 76ers don't actually own the Raptors pick, so that's not gonna be involved, but having a 2028 Clippers pick is more valuable than I think people realize. Like, that could be a really valuable pick in the future. So Philadelphia sends all of this for Butler. Is this enough? I don't know. I feel like it could be, but I could also understand if you say no, that's not enough, and Miami would never accept this. But we're gonna make this happen anyway. I'm surprised Philadelphia shot it down, but now that we got that taken care of, we turn off override, and now Jimmy Butler is gone. Instead, we have a new core of Bam Adebayo, Hero, Tobias Harris, Rozier, Duncan Robinson, Jaime Jaquez. We also drafted Jacoby Walter, by the way, in this draft class. He fell to 15, so I drafted him. So that was nice. We have him, and now we have I don't know how to say his name, but I do know there's a lot of people that are high on him. So yeah, I'm very happy with the haul we got. And the best part is we have some future assets to potentially use in a trade later on. So that's kind of where we're at. But this next season, of course, might not be the best season. We're not going to be a contender like we want to be. This would only be based off if Miami and Jimmy Butler just like can't come to an agreement. Like, I feel like that's the only way something like this would happen. But it does give you gives Jaime Jaquez the chance to start, which is kind of cool. But we are going to move Duncan Robinson to small forward because we kind of need someone to play backup 3. So it'll be Rozier, Tyler Hero, Jacoby Walter, Duncan Robinson, Jaime Jaquez, Tobias Harris, Caleb Martin, Nikola Jovic, and then you're going to have Bam Adebayo and Paul Reed. Actually, what we'll do instead, we'll keep Duncan Robinson the 2, and Martin will play the 3 because I feel like I like Martin at the 3 a little bit better. And then Jacoby Walter maybe spend some time in the G League. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, this is going to be our rotation going into next season, which is kind of weird. But trust me when I tell you that all options are going to be on the table going forward. We might be able to still trade Tyler Hero in a trade or whatever it may be. Rozier probably won't be our point guard throughout the video. I did that in the last Miami video, and a lot of people were mad at me. But I will be making moves going forward. But I just kind of like where this team could potentially be going into next season. Give me Jaime Jaquez a chance to start. Have a bridge starting power forward in Tobias Harris. Like I said, Tobias Harris on $15 million, I think is still pretty good value. Obviously, him making $39 million is something he never should have been making. Just kind of, you know, that's just kind of what happens sometimes in free agency. Guys, role players have like the ultimate leverage on a contending team, and they just give out a stupid amount of money. But let's get into next season, and let's see how this is going to go. So Jimmy Butler is now in Philadelphia, which is interesting. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to do the Philadelphia side of things, where I have to actually build a roster around Maxey, Jimmy Butler, and Embiid. So we're going to have to cut one player here, so I guess it'll be Cole. Mr. Cole Schwider, however you say his name, and power ranking is only going to land us at 25th, which is not too surprising. It's not like we have a contending roster. I feel like this team could be a plan/playoff team still, but it definitely needs some work for sure. So we are going to send the 2 young guys down to the G League. We'll do that right now. So we'll send both of them to the G League, and they will develop down there. Proficiency is going to be a 4-star pace and space. If we'd be better somewhere, we can be a 4-star balance. So that's nice. So we're going to do that. Tower Hero is going to have the ultimate green light along with Bam Adebayo and Terrozier. This team is not complete by any means, but this team will be competitive, I think. And then I think at the deadline, we look at our options, see if there's any star available, and then we'll look in the offseason, see if there's any star available. As we know, Pat Riley loves to go get stars. He has not been successful lately. They had a chance at, well, I guess they didn't really ever have a chance at Damian Lillard based off the Portland GM just not even talking to them, I guess. Or Joe Cronin, I should say. I just hate him. But regardless, let's go ahead. Some of the season, I've done enough yapping. Let's see how this team does. Today's video is brought to you by DGF's Optimizer. If you're playing on apps such as PrizePicks, Underdog, or any other DFS app, having a tool like this is so clutch to finding good plays right in front of you without having to do any research whatsoever. We just loaded this bad boy up, and we already have some good plays right in front of us. Now, unfortunately, there's really no NBA that we're seeing at the moment, but there is some baseball stuff. We got Cal Ray over a base. As you can see, almost every book is heavily favoring the over on his, at half a total base, and even one book has it at 1.5. So you're getting a discrepancy here. Same thing with Reed, Detmers, pitcher strikeouts under 5.5. Every single book is favoring the under. So I found those plays within 2 seconds. We have a basketball example on the board for us. We have Mitchell, Jason Tatum over 5.5 3-pointers made. Every book has juice on the over as well. So it's that simple. You basically load this tool up, find the plays right in front of you, plug them in. Ever since I started using this tool, I've been a much profitable sports bettor. As I've been telling you guys, my results are as shown. I absolutely love this tool. I absolutely swear by it. And of course, I use it on apps such as PrizePicks. Really good opportunity to sign up for PrizePicks right now as well. They actually have a free square on Caitlin Clark going into the WNBA season. So it would not be a bad idea to take advantage of that. Make sure you use code Crushables and match first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. And on DGF, code Crushables gets you 25% off your first month. So go ahead and make sure you check out these tools, or check out PrizePicks, check out DGF. All links are down in the description below. Let's get back to the rebuild. So we are stopped at the trade deadline as we are 28-22 on the season, kind of where I expected us to be, but by no means are we a contender, as I mentioned already. So I kind of wonder how we could fix that. And there's one team I was looking at in particular. I haven't traded for him in quite a while. LaMelo Ball is also interesting in Charlotte. If we could get him, maybe we look into that. But the guy I was kind of looking at is De'Aaron Fox and the Sacramento Kings. 89 overall, 27 years old. They are the worst team in the Western Conference right now. I don't know if Fox would sit here and say, hey, I want out now, but let's see what he's doing on the season so far for Sacramento. So he is averaging 25 points per game, which is really solid. Obviously, he'd be a huge upgrade over Rozier. Now, I want to be able to do this without trading too much away, but I am going to try to see if I can get De'Aaron Fox. Well, define too much away, I'll show you in just a second. But, all right, so De'Aaron Fox, I'm going to try to include Rozier in here. So he's averaging 22 points per game, by the way. But I believe there's an out on his contract. Yeah, so his contract's not that much longer. While Fox is kind of the same thing. They both only have 2 years left in their deal. But this would be like Fox requesting a trade out of Sacramento, I guess, in that way. So we would have to probably include one of the young players down here. So I'm going to include Jacoby Walter. And this trade is illegal. So we're going to have to include someone else. So let's say we can get Mr. Jordan Ford back in return. So Rozier, Jacoby Walter. And then let's throw, obviously, these picks that we've been offered, or that we've gotten from, obviously, the 76ers. And then we can throw another one if we really wanted to. I do believe Fox is probably worth a huge package like this. So Rozier, Jacoby Walter, 3 first-round picks. You could convince me that another young player has to be in this trade as well. But I don't know if we really... I mean, we could throw Jovic in here technically. I wouldn't be like... It's not around the possibility that Sacramento would be asking for Nikola Jovic as well. But Rozier, Jacoby Walter, and 3 first-round picks for De'Aaron Fox. I think we'll go ahead and send this their way, and they do agree. So we get our star, technically, that replaces Jimmy Butler and De'Aaron Fox. So now we have that, and now we have ourselves a fairly interesting rotation. We get an upgrade over De'Aaron Fox, or sorry, over Terrozier. I was about to say Hero, but we still have Hero. So Hero, not untouchable still. Definitely in the future, we could potentially move him. But I do like him in 2K a lot. He just always goes off. 44% shooting from 3, 23.5 points per game. You really can't be mad at that. Ami Hakas, Tobias Harris, Bam Adebayo, Paul Reed, Nikola Jovic, Kilmard, and Duncan Robinson. So really, really solid rotation. Still, Fox, huge upgrade over Rozier. I assume that makes us better. So we got our star point guard, I guess you could say. And now it's time to see how the rest of the season goes. So at the end of year number 1, Jokic wins MVP. Rookie of the year goes to Alex Sarr. Naz Reid, 6-man Wemby defensive player. Darren Sharp most improved. Trey Clutch player. And Mark is your coach of the year. And John Murphy is your executive. So here's your All-NBA first team. You got Joel Embiid making it. Does Jimmy Butler make it with him? He does not, unfortunately. But here's your all defensive first team and all defensive second team. So We also extended Bam Adebayo at the extension deadline, so that was kind of nice. And we also extended Caleb Martin. So we both got those guys locked up. So Bam Adebayo locked up long term. And also, like I said, Caleb Martin locked up longer as well. We are definitely still in win now mode. We are not going away from that. And we do still have a timeline that I think fits that. We don't have anybody that's over 30. I mean, Tobias Harris is, but everyone else is kind of in the right spot that eventually we can maybe make another move here. But we got Orlando in round 1. It would be very funny and iconic if we could get Philadelphia in round 2. That'd be amazing if we could do that, but we'll see what happens. So we get, like I said, Orlando in round 1. Obviously, a very young team. They got Buddy Hield, which is actually perfect for them. They needed shooting, and Buddy Hield would be perfect. They got Claxton as well. Really solid offseason for them, not going to lie. But let's take a look at the end of the season stats if I've not done that already. So Fox averaged 26, Hero with 23, 18 from Bam, 13 from Jaime Jaquez, 11 from Tobias Harris, 11 from Jovic, 9 from Paul Reed, and 7 from Caleb Martin. So, somebody current round, we got the battle of the Florida teams here. Do we beat Orlando? And we are going to beat them in 5. And we do get Philadelphia in round 2, which is kind of poetic. I like that. So, Jimmy Butler versus Miami, Tobias Harris versus his former squad. Who gets revenge? I guess we'll see. Somebody current round against them. We are down 3-0. So, it looks like we were not ready to come in here and beat Philadelphia, which kind of sucks. But let's see if we can maybe make things happen here potentially. Can we win at least one game and go out, you know, with one game? Let's see. Very close game, but we are going to lose in 4 to Philadelphia. So clearly we were not done just yet as far as making moves are concerned. So we got Oklahoma City and Philadelphia. You got the 76ers going on to win it all. So it looks like Jimmy Butler would only be, you know, results in a championship with Maxey, of course, as well, not to mention him. So pretty excited about tomorrow's video. So hopefully I can get one with them. But as far as lottery is concerned, obviously not going to matter to us too much. Staff signing, I guess the Spurs are not supposed to have Charlotte's pick, and then same thing with the Rockets and the Thunder. And there are so many picks I could fix right now. It's kind of crazy. 76 via Toronto, Knicks via Detroit. Like almost all those picks are not supposed to be where they're supposed to be, which is kind of funny. So I'll probably end up fixing those just that way nobody gets too good then when they're not supposed to. Like San Antonio could get Cooper Flag, then no one's ever winning a championship. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and fix those draft picks, and we're gonna figure out who do we add next. Do we trade Hero for someone? Let's figure this all out. So now that all those draft picks are fixed, we've gone straight to free agency, and we don't have a ton of money to use, obviously, at our disposal, but we do have some options here, which I am going to look to do. So, like I said, Tyler Hero is still on the table as far as maybe making a trade with him. Does Sally go up? He does. He goes up to a 79 at small forward, which is actually huge. So I'm going to move him to small forward. So he might be our new backup small forward, which is nice. Caleb Martin, we'll figure out what we do with him. Paul Reed's still our backup 5, which I'm totally cool with. Right now, it'd be our backup guard, but again, I still don't know if we have our roster complete by any means. But if we look into free agency, you do have Jason Tatum. Of course, we don't have money for that. So let's see who we can afford. Ben Simmons, actually. Ben Simmons, like I said, signing him in free agency is always kind of clutch because you can move him around and he goes up like crazy. So I do believe we are going to sign Ben Simmons to a 2-year deal. So let's sign Ben Simmons to a contract. Gives us a really good backup power forward option once we move him to power forward. So I like that. Although we do have Jovic right now, but I mean, you can never have enough overall. So Ben Simmons, like I said, goes up to an 83 overall at power forward. That's just like so clutch to have. So like that a lot for us. And now Jovic becomes more expendable a little bit. So I am still going to try. I don't want to, well, I guess I don't really want Ben Simmons to start necessarily. Although defensively, if he ever got back to what he was, it would be nice to have star Ben Simmons, but you're probably never going to see that ever again, obviously. Doug Robinson is a free agent, which I guess we could probably bring him back for some depth. So we'll go ahead and give him a 1-year deal or something to bring him back to Miami. And then, again, it's all about potentially a Hero trade. We got Fox, but I'm not like in a huge rush to trade Hero. But if we could find an option to do it, I will. I'm going to assign Landry Shamet to a minimum as well. Give us another backup guard. And then we should be golden. So let's go to straight to player progression and let's see what this is looking like. I'm excited to see how much like Jaquez goes up. So Jaquez up to an 84, Simmons up to an 85, and Sally's up to an 81. So that's huge. So we're definitely developing very nicely, which Miami is really good at anyway. So it kind of fits the bill. But yeah, again, it's just all about eventually what we could get for Hero services. Right now, there's just really nothing on the table. So I think we'll go ahead and explore the Hero trade at the deadline. But for now, I kind of just want to see how this team's going to do. I do believe we'll be a playoff team once again. We won a series last year, lost to Philadelphia in round 2. So it's just a matter of figuring out if this team is going to eventually go over that hump. But I think we're missing just one final piece, and we should be good. There are some the trade deadline as we are 29-21 on the season, but I do, like I said, want to make another move here. It probably has to include Tyler Hero if we're going to do this. So here is the couple options I was looking at. There's actually quite a few options on the table. Let's take a look. So first and foremost, Donovan Mitchell in Brooklyn. I don't know why he's in Brooklyn, but he is. He's signed there, and they're the worst team in the Eastern Conference right now. And Mitchell has been, connected to Miami in a way as well. So it would be nice to get Donovan Mitchell. Anthony Davis also is kind of interesting. I don't know if I would love an Anthony Davis Bam Adebayo front court, but defensively, that would be disgusting. Neither one of them are the greatest floor spacers, though, which is why I'm not sure if it could work. But it definitely is an option. So I'm looking at that as well. And then Minnesota with Anthony Edwards would be awesome. They suck. Obviously, getting Anthony Edwards would be so clutch, but I don't know if we'll be able to pull that off. Yeah, it's going to be hard to kind of shoot for the moon for the guys we're looking at. You also have Kawhi and Paul George as well. Memphis with Jaren Jackson also kind of caught my attention just because Jaren Jackson and Bam Adebayo as a front court would be disgusting. So I guess let's just go down the list. Let's shoot for the moon first, and let's start with Anthony Edwards. More than likely, we're not going to be able to do this, but we're going to try anyway. So like I said, it's going to have to include Hero. So Hero, and then we have only 2 tradable first, which really doesn't help our case. And then we have, I don't know what Sally's doing on the season right now. He's averaging 8 points per game, but he is a 3-star trade asset. So he probably has to be included, and then I can trade my seconds as well. This is probably my best offer. So Hero, 2 first-round picks, Sally, and 2 seconds. I don't expect Minnesota to accept this. Yeah, I didn't figure they would. So Minnesota's not accepting that, which makes sense. So the other options were the trade offer will come down depending on who we're trading for potentially. So let's say, who was the other option we were looking at? Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell also could be interesting. So let's say this would acquire. Okay, so let's say we did it just. Oh, we would acquire too much money, so we have to include someone else making more money. Let's say it's Paul Reed, which I wouldn't love to trade my backup center. How much was Mr. Okay, it's probably going to have to be like, okay, Caleb Martin would make this happen. So Hero, and then all these for Donovan Mitchell. So let's see what they say to that. They don't agree either. So we're not getting Mitchell, unfortunately. That was probably our best offer, unless if we throw Sally in this trade somehow, and then they give me like TJ Warren back in return, then maybe we could do it. So is this too much to give up? I don't think so. This would be my best offer at Mitchell. They still don't agree, though. So Mitchell, not going to happen. So we can't go to Donovan Mitchell. We're trying here, but it's not happening so far. So Donovan Mitchell in Brooklyn is not going to happen. I did mention Anthony Davis. Again, AD and Bam Adebayo front court would be disgusting. Doesn't fit very well, though, is my only concern. But defensively, how do you score on that? I don't know, man. Anthony Davis would probably be the highest ceiling player we could get. Now, we would acquire too much money, so we do have to include someone making a little bit more money in here. I guess if we're getting Anthony Davis, that maybe makes Paul Reed a little bit more expendable. Let's say we threw Paul Reed in this trade, and this would be illegal for the Lakers. They have to give me like Rashawn Holmes or something. So Ty Jerome, he would acquire too much money still. Wow. Okay, so Paul Reed, and no, that's probably the best I could throw at them. Unless if I throw in like Jovic and exclude the second, and then also Martin as well. Then they give me one of the cheap contracts again. Okay, that should work. All right. So Hero, first, Paul Reed, Nikola Jovic, Caleb Martin. I don't know if they accept this. They don't agree. If we exclude Jovic out of this trade and make it Sally instead, then that's our best offer. So Hero, 2 first, Paul Reed, Caleb Martin, Sally for AD. They don't agree. So we're not getting Anthony Davis, so that's not happening either. So far, we've struck out on pretty much everything. The other option that I mentioned was Jaren Jackson Jr. I think him as a front court mate to Bam Adebayo makes this disgusting. Now, I'm not trading Hero in this scenario. Instead, what we try to do is we try to make it Tobias Harris's. I guess it's not expiring yet, but it's getting there. We're going to need $2 more million in this trade. So let's say we did throw like Jovic in here, and then do you have like a cheap player you could throw at me? You have EJ Liddell down here. So let's say it's this. So 2 first-round picks, Tobias Harris, Jovic, and then we'll include the couple seconds that we had for Jaren Jackson. Is this good enough? Let's see. They do agree. So you know what? We get Jaren Jackson. I will take Jaren Jackson. That took a little bit to get a player, but I think Jackson would just, I don't know, man. Like looking at this team now, Hero, Fox, Hami Hawkins, Jaren Jackson, Bam Adebayo, Ben Simmons, Sally, Paul Reed, and Caleb Martin. Even though I said AD, I still don't know how you score on Jaren Jackson and Bam Adebayo. That is disgusting. This team should be elite. Hopefully that ends up being the case. We accomplished what we wanted to accomplish here. Let's see how the rest of the season goes. So Shea wins MVP, Cooper Flag Rookie of the Year, Nikola Six-Man, Anthony Davis Defensive Player, Donovan Clingan Most Improved, Nikola Jokic Clutch Player, and Mark's your Coach of the Year, and John Murphy's your Executive. So those are all your awards. Go on beat, still making all NBA teams. Again, I wanted to see if Jimmy Butler made one, but he does not. And then, oh, De'Aaron Fox makes one. That's cool. All NBA third team. Feels good that we traded for an all NBA third team guy. So yeah, I guess I can feel good about that. We got Jaren Jackson also making an all offensive team. So the two guys we've traded for so far have made it an all NBA teams, which is, you know, a good feeling as we are the second seed in the Eastern Conference. So things ended up finishing fairly well. Yeah, 27 from Fox, 21 from Hero, 19 from Bam, 15 from Mohamed Hawkes, 14 from Jaren Jackson, 8 from Sally, 6 from Paul Reed, and 6 from Ben Simmons. So not too shabby. Does this result in a championship? That remains to be seen. Jamal Murray, Jaden Ivey, Asar, Miles Bridges, Kyle Filipkowski, DeRozan, and Sassers, who were playing in round 1. So they lost Cade Cunningham, but they have, you know, okay, we beat them in 4. Not too shabby. I know Cleveland doesn't have Mitchell anymore, so hopefully that, you know, goes in our favor. So Garland, Lavert Okoro, Mobley, Jarrett Allen, Strus, Rossino, Craig Porter, and Lamar Stevens. Somebody current round against Cleveland. Hopefully we get past them, and we are going to hopefully not go to a game 7. And then we are going to a game 7. So we were up 3-0 at one point. Obviously, blowing a 3-0 lead is not something I'm looking to do right now. I know Cleveland matches up fairly well against us, but I do believe we have the better roster. Hopefully 2K agrees with that notion, and we almost do blow the 3-0 lead, but thankfully win game 7. And now we finally face off against Atlanta. But Trae Young, Murray, AJ Griffin, Jalen Johnson, Wiseman, Okongwu, Hunter, Donovan Clingan, Bogdan, and Hugo Gonzalez. They have a pretty solid team. I do believe we're better, but it is 2K, and 2K loves the Hawks. So many current round, and we are going to a game 7 once again. All right. I think I'm going to go backs against the wall, AM in rotation here. Just kind of makes the most sense. We do have the Thunder awaiting us in the finals if we're able to get there. Would be a rematch of what? I don't remember what finals that was. Was that like 2010? No, that's way far back. I don't remember. You guys remember the Durant Thunder and LeBron Miami finals. Like, you guys remember that. But it looks like we are maybe gonna win game 7. Whoa, it's not over yet. Hold on, don't jinx it just yet. We do have a lead in the 4th quarter. Doesn't mean we're gonna win it. So we got the lead right now. As long as we can just hang on to it. It looks like we are going to, and we are going to the NBA finals. I think we've thrown together a really good roster. Now, is it going to be good enough to beat the Thunder? That obviously remains to be seen. They got Jalen Duren as their backup 5. They got OG always signs with Oklahoma City, which, by the way, hopefully OG is okay. He had a great game last night and then ended up getting hurt for New York Knicks. Man, the Knicks, like, I don't know. I get that they're playing. I get we're in the playoffs, but Tom Thibodeau, you know, he plays his guys a bunch of minutes, and it is the playoffs right now, so it does make sense to do that. But Josh Hart's playing like 48 minutes a game, you know, stuff like that. So it's bound to happen. Robinson's gotten hurt, Bojan's gotten hurt. Now OG Anunoby. Yeah, it kind of sucks for New York. They're up 2-0 though, thankfully. But if they, you know, go into the East Conference Finals with no OG, no Robinson, or no, that's gonna really hurt them against Boston. Although I don't know if they had a chance anyway, but. Let's go ahead, go game by game on this one. So we're down 1-0. We lose by 3 to Oklahoma City. And of course, we're probably going to get swept. Yep, that's how it goes. It is the Thunder, unless we come back from 3-0 deficit, which maybe happens, but we've won 1 so far. So 1 game at a time mentality. This one's an OKC. If we win this one, we're going to a game 6 in Miami. So anything is possible. They did make it close at the end, but now we're in Miami for a game 6. If we win this one, we're going to a game 7. So let's see if we could do that. We had the lead for a second, but it looks like they're starting to run away with it, and they are going to close us out in 6 games. Sucks, but it is what it is. Oklahoma City, as you guys know, very impossible to beat in 2K. Phoenix, Kevin Durant retires. I think what we're going to do is we run it back another season. I mean, I don't know if I'm ever going to get a championship in this video with Oklahoma City or how good they are. It looks like we didn't even really stand a chance. I guess we pushed them to 6, but we're going to go ahead and hire a big man coach. I guess Sally will develop off the bench, and maybe Hami Hawkes will go up more overall. So maybe we have a chance there, but it's not like OKC's an old team. They're going to keep developing as well. But I will give it one last opportunity to go try to beat them if we make it back to the finals. I do have to resign Fox, which obviously is a no-brainer here. So we're going to resign Fox here. And that would probably be like our only concern in free agency. I think everyone else is fine to go. I guess we can sign a good player. So we can sign Jonathan Isaac. So what do we need? We need a backup guard more than anything, it looks like. So, I guess we sign, give me Bruce Brown. Give me Bruce Brown. Definitely has championship mentality, really good role player. So I'll go Bruce Brown here. Be our backup shooting guard. Is that going to be enough of an upgrade? to, you know, help us beat Oklahoma City. If we make it back to the finals, that is. Everyone's going up in overall, so that's a good sign. No one's regressing, so that's great. We will just go ahead and see how next season goes, running it back once again, and hopefully this time around, things swing in our favor. Well, it looks like we have no chance of winning a championship regardless of who we play in the finals if we get there, because Luka signed with the Spurs. So, yeah, Luka and Wembanyama probably going to be really tough to beat. But, hey, I guess we got to focus on the Eastern Conference first. We got Chicago, as we are the first in the Eastern Conference. Let's go ahead and see if we can make it back to the finals out of the East. So, Jaime Jaquez is up to 17 points per game, 16 from Jaren Jackson, 19, 21, 27.5. So, yeah, the best team in the East, but does that matter? You know, as you guys know, in the past, I've been eliminated round 1 before as the first seed, so it would not surprise me. We get eliminated here, but we do sweep Chicago. Okay, so the two teams I'm going to be sweating out west are Oklahoma City and San Antonio. Do get Orlando in round 2, who have Cade. Very good team. A very good team in Orlando. So if we do lose to this team, it wouldn't be too shocking, but we are going to beat them at 7. Wow, we barely beat them. And now we get the Wizards. So Tyus Jones below, Alex R. Capella, Denny Avdia. I'm sorry, but there's no way we lose to this team, right? There's absolutely no way. And we sweep them. I'm about to say, okay, we don't get the Thunder, but we get the Spurs. But as I mentioned, they got Luka freaking Doncic. So I guess at least we get to play a different team. We'll see how this one goes. Game 1, 1-0. Game 2, they even it up. Game 3, 2-1. Maybe we could beat them. 3-1. And are we going to get a championship? Game 6? Oh, we're going to Game 7. Game 7. Do I go 8-man? Am I already running? I am still already running an 8-man rotation. All right. Game 7 in San Antonio. Let's make this a close one. Let's have a dramatic ending, shall we? Hope we don't get blown out. Okay, so we do have ourselves a close game, it looks like. All right, I love it. I think we watch the rest, right? We're going to jump in with like 2 minutes left. All right, let's watch the rest of this. 88-87. I won't play this time. I'm done playing because it is disaster every time I play. So I'm going to sit here and watch. Not going to play. I learned my lesson now, even though I should have learned it a long time ago. But here we go. Let's watch this bad boy. Controllers down. We get to sit here and watch some entertainment. So let's see if we can come out here. We got Luka Doncic, Wembanyama on the floor. We got Sally guarding Luka. All right, let's see what Luka does. So he's going to get a screen from Mark Williams. Bam Adebayo is going to switch on to Luka. And Mark Williams is going to get an and one. Just kidding, he misses. All right, Mark Williams got the free throw line. I don't know how good of a free throw shooter Mark Williams is, but hopefully he sucks. All right, I guess I got to click A to skip some of these things. All right, so he's going to make the first one to tie it up. All right, so De'Aaron Fox is back. So our starting 5 is out there now, which is great. All right, so now we're down 1. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock. This is to get a championship. Game 7. De'Aaron Fox, I need you to come up huge, man. Bam Adebayo, give this man a screen or something. He's going to give it to Jaime Jaquez for 3. He was open, and Jaquez is going to splash it. Let's go, Jaime. Love to see it. John, or what do they call him? Juan Wick. Love to see it. 1:58 left on the clock. What a shot. Luka Doncic is going to have the ball. Fox is on him. He's going to give it to Zachary Richese, or however you say his name, or Satcher. I don't know how to say his name. Luka is going to get the ball in the post, more than likely. Fox guarding him. Luka, too easy. Oh, he makes it. Yeah, 91-91. Luka just looks massively bigger than Fox right now. It's kind of weird, but let's see if we can go take the lead again. So we got ourselves a game, man. 91-91, a minute 30 left on the clock. Hero's going to have the ball this time around. You got a wide open Fox, and he's going to shoot it. He's going to miss it. You were wide open, Fox. You have to hit those. Minute 27 left of the clock. Down to Risset. Almost shot it. Luka instead is going to shit a step back fadeaway 3. Not in. Bam Adebayo with the rebound. Off to a transition. Jaquez. Jaquez is going to take it. He's going to slow it down. Going to give it to Fox. Fox is going to give it to Hero for 3. Hero this time. We can't hit our threes. All right. We're going to give it to Luka Doncic. Luka is going to take Fox to the post. Or not to the post. Just down low. And he's just bullying De'Aaron Fox right now. We're down 2. We've had 2 wide open 3 opportunities, and we've missed both. Let's see if we can make something happen this time around. We've had like some wide open opportunities. We just got to hit them. Hero's trying to make something happen. Vassell, I hate where this possession is going right now, to be honest with you. And that was okay. Oh, I thought we got the offensive board. That was so terrible, bro. Should have just traded you when and yeah. Oh, block. I did not expect a block there. I thought Luka was about to hit a freaking layup. Okay, we have a chance. Hero this time do something. Bro, do not pull up from there, please. Okay, gonna give it to Fox for 3. Fox is gonna splash it. This time we take the lead, 94-93. Okay, what a shot. He makes up for the missed open 3 earlier. We're up 1. All we need is a stop, and then we play the free throw game. Let's see if we can get a stop here, though, is the question. Luka Doncic gonna get the ball. Oh, he calls a timeout back to back. Interesting. I don't know why the computer does that. It's kind of dumb. Like, what's the point of that? You're just wasting a timeout. But whatever. I'm not the San Antonio Spurs coach right now. I don't even know if it's Popovich, but all right. Rashay is going to give it to he's having a hard time inbounding it. Does get it to Vassell. I would rather, the ball be in Vassell's hands than Luka right now. They haven't even, I just realized they have not gotten the ball to Wemby once. It'd be funny if they gave it to him right now. And Luka is going to take the lead. 16 seconds left on the clock. 94-95. We're down 1. Prayers up, guys. Can we find a way to hit the game-winning shot here? Let's see if we can do it. This is either going to be massive or we're about to be heartbroken. Hero is going to... Oh, man, I'm nervous for this. Bro, please get a screen or something. Do not take a terrible... We're about to get a terrible shot taken, aren't we? What is that shot, Hero? What are we doing, man? Oh, my gosh. That was such a terrible shot. We only have 3 seconds left on the clock. Luka can make this a 3-point game. 94-97. This game is all but over. Let's see if we can get a 3. Fox is about to... Yeah, like, not even... Oh, my gosh. Almost went in, too. What a heartbreaker to end this one, guys. Wow. Luka Doncic is too damn good. It would have been funny if Fox would have hit that full court shot, but... Whatever. San Antonio, Luka and Wemby won a championship. We did our best. We made it to the finals, lost in game 7. We got someone crying, unfortunately. What a way to end this one. Would have loved to have been the champion here, but I will end it on that note. Luka Doncic and Wemby won a championship together in San Antonio. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.